Imagine walking into one of the most luxurious hotels in the city, expecting to be treated like royalty after building a billion-dollar empire from the ground up, only to be turned away at the entrance because of the color of your skin. That's exactly what happened to Jasmine Carter. But instead of walking away defeated, she did something nobody could have predicted. Before we dive into this powerful story, let us know in the comments where you're watching from, and don't forget to subscribe. The day began like any other. The sun cast its golden rays over the streets of Chicago as Jasmine Carter stepped out of her sleek black sedan. She was in her mid-30s, dressed in a custom-fitted navy blue pantsuit that matched her sharp business acumen. Jasmine wasn't just anyone. She had spent years turning her firm, Carter & Company, into a national real estate empire. Her journey to success hadn't been smooth. She had clawed her way to the top, navigating challenges most could never imagine. Today was supposed to be a celebration. She had reserved a week at the renowned Monarch Hotel, one of the most elite spots in the city. But as she stepped onto the polished sidewalk leading to its grand entrance, a familiar weight crept into her chest. She glanced back at her assistant Marissa, who followed close behind, tugging their luggage. "You double-checked the reservation, right?" Jasmine asked, her tone calm but edged with doubt. Marissa, who'd been by her side for over 10 years, offered a reassuring smile. "Triple-checked. You're their VIP guest this week. Everything's in order." Jasmine returned the smile, but deep down, the burden she had carried her whole life, being judged not by her achievements, but by her race, was never far behind. She inhaled deeply and headed toward the Monarch's grand double doors. The lobby was stunning. High ceilings, crystal chandeliers, quiet elegance. But the moment they approached the reception desk, the atmosphere changed. The front desk agent, a young woman with a glossy name tag, offered a stiff smile. "Good afternoon. How can I assist you?" Marissa stepped forward confidently. "We have a reservation under Jasmine Carter." The receptionist's eyes briefly flickered with unease before she began typing. A tense silence followed before her face changed. "I'm sorry, but I'm not seeing a reservation under that name." Jasmine's stomach sank. She had encountered this before, not in this place, but in many others. Always underestimated. Always questioned. Marissa, irritated but composed, pressed on. "We booked this reservation weeks ago. Could you please check again?" The receptionist hesitated, then reached for the phone. Moments later, a sharply dressed man in a gray, tailored suit appeared. "I'm David Langston, the manager. I understand there's an issue with your reservation." Jasmine met his eyes, already sensing the outcome. "I'm afraid there's a mix-up," David said, his voice smooth but insincere. "Our suites are fully booked. Unfortunately, we won't be able to host you today." Marissa looked like she might burst, but Jasmine placed a steady hand on her arm. She had learned the power of poise. She wouldn't give them a spectacle. "I see," Jasmine replied, her voice composed. "Thank you for your time, Mr. Langston." Without another word, she turned and exited the hotel, head held high. Marissa followed, fuming. "This is outrageous. We should go to the media, get a lawyer. They can't treat you like this." Jasmine paused on the sidewalk, inhaling deeply. "Marissa, I've been fighting this battle my entire life. This isn't the first time I've been turned away for my skin color, and it probably won't be the last. But I won't stoop to their level." Marissa's shoulders dropped. "So what now?" Jasmine gave a quiet, confident smile. "We find a new hotel for tonight, and then I have other plans for the Monarch." That evening, from another hotel across town, Jasmine sat at her laptop, her mind racing with ideas. She had always believed in turning setbacks into strategies. She wouldn't just walk away from what happened. She'd walk back in, but not as a guest. A week later, Jasmine had uncovered the Monarch's financial skeletons. Despite its elegant image, the hotel was floundering. Its ownership group was desperate, struggling to keep it afloat. The perfect opportunity. Sitting in a quiet cafe, Jasmine dialed her lawyer. "Let's make them an offer they can't ignore." The process moved quickly. Jasmine's experience and network made the acquisition smooth. Within weeks, she had quietly taken ownership of the Monarch Hotel. No announcement, no press, Not even the staff knew she now held the keys to the very building that had rejected her. The day she signed the final contract, Jasmine felt no desire for revenge. This was bigger than payback. She was sending a message. Change was coming not just for the Monarch, but for the entire hospitality industry. A few days later, Jasmine walked back through the Monarch's doors, not as a denied guest, but as its new owner. The same receptionist sat behind the desk. Her eyes widened, and her face drained of color as she recognized Jasmine. "I'm not here to check in," Jasmine said calmly. "I'm here to take over. I'm the new owner." The receptionist stammered, speechless. Jasmine didn't linger. She had work to do. In the following weeks, Jasmine initiated a complete transformation of the hotel. She met with the executive team, including David Langston. "There are going to be changes," she said. "The Monarch will no longer be a place where people are judged by how they look or where they come from. Everyone is welcome here." David fidgeted in his chair, trying to defend the hotel's exclusive standards. Jasmine cut him off. "Exclusivity doesn't mean exclusion. If that's a problem, David, then this may not be the right place for you." From that point forward, Jasmine's vision took shape. She brought in diversity consultants, recruited a more inclusive staff, trained every team member to treat every guest with dignity and respect. Word spread. While some former patrons resisted the change, new guests filled the Monarch's rooms. Its reputation soared. What once stood as a symbol of subtle discrimination was now a model of progress. One evening, Jasmine stood at the window of her top-floor office, gazing out over the city skyline. Marissa entered holding a folded newspaper. "You're going to want to see this." Jasmine took the paper and smiled at the bold headline. "Billionaire Jasmine Carter transforms Monarch Hotel into beacon of equality." Marissa grinned. "You did it." Jasmine shook her head. "We did it." The pride she felt was deep, but she knew this was only the beginning. This wasn't just about one hotel. It was about rewriting the rules for everyone who had ever been pushed aside. She was building more than an empire. She was building a legacy, a future where everyone, regardless of their background, had a place at the table. Let us know in the comments what inspired you about this story. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.